697 divided by 738. Andin, did you do amal 1-1? You buat apa? Auto. Siapa yang buat amal 1-1? Riko? Okay, berapa? Riko ada answer tak? 9, 4.
Belakang.
Okay. And then, if you remember this formula, substitute inside the formula. Minus 0.738 minus 0.9444 theta 1 squared. Rico, correct me if I'm wrong. 1 plus part 1. So plus 1 plus minus 0.9444 squared minus 2 times minus 0.738 times minus 0.9444 theta 1, then plus minus 0.738 minus 0.9444 equals 0. So, Rico, give me this number. 0.2. And this one, positive or negative? Berapa? 0.498. 4. Belakang kosong.
Ya, kosong.
Now, you notice this and this are the same. So this number and this number are the same. So theta 1, Rico, I don't know whether you have the steps or not. 0.498 plus or minus b squared 0.498 squared minus 4 times 0.2064 squared divided by 2 times 0.2064. Rico, what are the two answers?
Negative
53 and
negative 1.8812.
Yunja dapat yang sama ke? Jeshri, you buat R2 or amal 1-1? R2. Teaching? You buat R2 juga. So the PACF is actually tailing off alternatingly very quickly. So if you do R2, then you check the answers here. Okay? And then this one is not invertible. Theta 1 is minus 0.5310.
I want to ask, it's like many of people do R2 lah. So in the exam, it's considered true. You know correct? Because the correct model is R1.
Normally in the exam and in the test, I guide you what is the model. It's not like tutorial. So in the test and exam, so you may wonder, right, doctor, you gave us these 4 only, but here there are 7. Actually the first one, I guide you, explain why the appropriate model are this and this. I already tell you what are the models. But what are the model? Sometimes it's not, this year you are lucky, There are only 2 models here and the proof are 2 models here. There are some years, here is 3 models. So one of them is not here. And there are some years, the proof for the estimate and standard error from 1 model, but then there are 3 models here. So they have to remember 2 extra. But this year, both these two models are here. Okay? So I already guide you. So the years when the model here are not here, I already guide you. Explain why the model, the appropriate model is this. Okay? You don't guess like the tutorial. Tutorial, I leave it to you. I ask you to guess. Okay. Series E is MA1. So the proof for MA1 is this. But remember, MA1 can, the proof of the estimate MA1 can only come out in the exam. In fact, it doesn't come out for the last 2-3 years, and you know, I can tell you it's not MA1 this year. Okay? So MA1 is reserved for next year. But don't tell your junior lah. MA1 has not come up in the last 3 years, but it doesn't come up this year. Okay, the estimate is this. So theta 1 is minus 1 plus or minus 1 minus 4 rho 1 squared divided by 2 rho 1. So Hazira, kenapa ianya MA1? Kalau you draw, the ACF cuts off at that 1, the PACF is tailing off from bottom. Okay, so you substitute inside, this one is minus 1 plus or minus 4 to 0. 1 minus 4 times 0.420 squared divided by 2 times 0.420. Rico answers? I'm sure everybody do MA1, right? Jashri? Series E cannot be anything else, must be MA1, it's very obvious. 0.5445, the other one? 1.8364. This one is not invertible. So the answer is this. So theta 1 is 0.5445. Okay. Now, I padam this one. So, go back from the top. The next question, I ask you to calculate the standard error. Investigate if each of the estimated coefficient is significant. So, you must be wondering how to investigate significance. You have to calculate the standard error. And then the test. Then only you test. So, I do part A first. So, the standard error, normally I do ST. The standard error of phi 1 equals standard error of phi 2 is, betul tak? 1 minus phi 2 squared over n. Okay, this one, Aisyah, can come out the proof for standard error. Page berapa? Taujun? Standard error of R2 and MA2 is this. These are the proof. Yang ada this one. So this is how I get. If you are asked to prove, these are all the proof. So make sure you all practice, Mas. And trust me, you have to practice, you know. Jangan tengok saja. Yunjia, no more blank this time, Tengah nak answer, lepas tu blank. Okay, so the answer is 1 minus 0.4357 squared over how many? 375 square root. What's the answer? Rico, betul tak ni? 04? Okay, so now listen. Then you get the standard error, right? Then you have to do the t-test. Sebab question ask you to investigate significance. Then you do T51 is 1.2217 divided by 0.0465, and this in magnitude is greater than 2. Therefore, greater than 2 and greater than 1.65. This one is at 5%, this one is at 10%. So, 51 significant. You don't have to give me the exact number. This divided by this, I know, is greater than 2. So, it is significant. Then, 52 is minus 0.4357 divided by 0.0465. In magnitude, it is also greater than 2. So 52 significant. Since 52 is significant, the estimated R2 is significant. For R2, 52 must be significant. This one not necessarily significant, For R2, for R2, 52 must be significant. 51 may not be significant. Yes?
Doctor, is it necessary that we need to calculate the other and highest number?
No. Actually, you tak calculate this one pun okay. Marks are only given here. Switching? Same question. For R2, you actually only need to test this. Marks will not be given here. Tapi kalau you show this, and then you show this, and this one you get it wrong, then there is a chance for you to get marks wrong. If you do this, you don't do this, and this one is wrong, I don't give you, you don't get full marks. Yeah, so that one. For R1, this one, the standard error of phi 1, use this formula but accept 1 minus phi 1 squared over n, and this is 1 minus 0.820 squared divided by 375 square root. Berapa? 0.0 what?
296.
Okay, and then do the test statistics. This divided by this is about 40, more than 2, so it is significant. Okay, so I buat kat sini lah ya. T51 is equal minus 0.820 divided by 0.0296 in modulus. This is greater than 2. Therefore, part 1 significant and R1 model is also significant. Okay, now So for AMA 11, series D is AMA 11. The estimate is, the proof is this. Okay. And it's complicated. If you are unlucky, this year you get this. So the estimate is this, the standard error. I pun tak boleh ingat. Standard error of 51 is 1 minus 51 squared divided by n times 1 minus 51 theta 1 divided by 51 minus theta 1 squared. And standard error of theta 1 is 1 minus theta 1 squared divided by n times 1 minus 51 theta 1 divided by 51 minus theta 1 squared. Then use this and use this, put inside here. So is 1 minus 0.9444 squared over 375 times 1 minus 0.9444 times minus 0.5316 divided by minus 0.9444 minus 0.5316. This one all squared. Nanti maybe take picture lah. Picture ke? Rico, is your work? Is it? Answer?
0.001.
Then calculate the same thing. Now, this formula and this formula are the same except this part. This part is 1 minus theta 1. Here is 1 minus 51. So this number you replace with this number. So 1 minus 0.5316 squared divided by 375. Oh sorry, Bengkeng tak terkeluar. One square root. And here have square and square root. Berapa Rico?
0.0528.
Okay, then finally do the T51 is minus 0.9444 divided by 0.0205. In modulus this is greater than 2. Therefore 51 significant. This one T theta 1 is this minus 0.5316 divided by 0.528. In modulus this is greater than 2. Therefore theta 1 significant. Okay. Then since both phi 1 and theta 1 are significant, estimated gamma 11 is significant. So all these are the AMA 11. Now, for the final one, the standard error of theta 1 is the same as standard error of phi 1. So, standard error of theta 1 is 1 minus theta 1 squared over n. Formula is the same as this, except you replace phi 1 with theta 1. 1 minus 0.5445 squared divided by 375 square root equal
0.0422.
then P theta 1 is 0.5445 divided by 0.0433. This one is greater than 2. Therefore, theta 1 is significant, and therefore R1 is significant. Siapa? Iman tak dalam group